Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Les traigo este video reaccionando a Castorice, pero quiero aclararles un par de puntos. Entre ellos, yo los videos normalmente los hago vía teléfono. ¿Por qué? Porque no tengo las herramientas suficientes para poder traerles videos de buena calidad. ¿Ok? Durante la trayectoria del video, yo reaccionando a los videos de Castorice, obviamente no me van a poder escuchar del todo bien, ¿ok? Si acaso que yo trate de hablar un poco alto dentro del video, aún así se va a escuchar mi voz un poco opaca a comparación del resto del video, ¿ok? Pero eso no quiere decir que no esté opinando al respecto sobre el tema de lo del video, ¿ok? Aún así, espero que les guste esta reacción, mi reacción de Castorice, y no se les olvide compartir, comentar, activar la campanita de YouTube y suscribirse al canal. Sin más que decir, comencemos con el video. Ok, chicos, vamos a empezar con Castorice.
Once Sidonia's maiden of war, she granted a merciful death to the living. Now she roams the mortal lands to seek the core flame of death and the meaning of demise. The nether realm, where all things return to nothing, calls out to her across the threshold of eternal rest. On this episode, let's keep up with Akima's mortician, Castorice, the servant of death.
Wait, let's not keep up with this gal, you know?
Right! Maybe this episode should be called Not Keeping Up with Star Rail.
No need to be that scared. You just need to get stronger.
Oh, how can I do that, Miss Cypher? Pray tell.
You know what they say. Being bald makes you stronger. I can help with that.
Then we'll see how many feathers I need to pluck to keep up with Miss Castorice. Castorice is a quantum character following the path of remembrance. Her hands only compose elegies, never able to touch the living, but the touch of death also gave her the power to slay the darkness.
Princess Homebody is super kind and nice, but gets impossibly anxious with people. It's really fun to tease her. But make sure you don't actually upset her. Otherwise, you'll be wrapping up your life for real.
When she uses her basic attack, Castorice swings her scythe to deal quantum damage to one designated enemy.
This scythe looks mighty expensive. I should get a closer look next time I team up with her.
When she uses her skill, Castorice deals quantum damage to one designated enemy and adjacent units. This does not consume skill points.
Oh, so what's the cost then?
Well, Castorice's skill will consume a set percentage of current HP from all allies.
Ouch. I'd better stay on the sidelines as a cheerleader.
You see, it'll actually grant our team greater power. Since Castorice's damage dealt increases when allies lose HP, she also has a unique energy system called New Bud. Max New Bud is determined by the combined levels of all characters on the field, and Castorice gains 1 New Bud for every 1 HP lost by the team. After unlocking the trace Contain Dark Tide, Castorice also gains New Bud when allies are healed. When Max New Bud is reached, Castorice will activate her ultimate, summoning the Memo Sprite Netherwing and advancing its action by 100%, while also expanding her territory, Lost Netherland. All enemies, all type res decreases while in the territory, Lost Netherland. When Netherwing is summoned, damage dealt by all allies increases for a set number of turns.
Princess Homebody must be pretty rich if she can afford such a huge pet.
What do you mean?
Well, she would need a big house.
Yeah, sure. Funny. Netherwing shared the damage decrease effect of Castorice's talent.
Gallagher activa su ultimate, la usa y obviamente queda como una pasiva de la ultimate de Gallagher. ¿Qué pasa? Cuando el trazacaminos va a activar uno de sus dos ataques y ataca a uno de los enemigos, o qué sé yo, a varios enemigos, la pasiva de la ultimate de Gallagher se activa y eso hace que gane vida de la que ya perdió. Creo que sí me expliqué en cuanto a la recuperación de vida. ¿Ok? Fino.
Can only act for a set number of times. While Netherwing is on the field, it acts as all allies' backup. Enemies cannot actively select backup units, and allies... Netherwing shared the damage increase effect.
El dragón caído comparte el efecto de aumento de daño del talento de Castorice, o sea, cuántico.
Caster's talent and can only act for a set number of times.
Y solo puede actuar un cierto de número de veces. Es decir, que si por lo menos aquí nos indican que son 3 veces, obviamente el dragón va a participar 3 veces. Ok.
While Netherwing is on the field.
Cuando el dragón caído está en el equipo, actúa como refuerzo de todos los aliados.
But it acts as all allies' backup. Enemies cannot actively select backup units, and allies...
Y las habilidades de ráfaga de los aliados...
Blast abilities cannot be blasted...
no pueden extenderse a unidades de refuerzo.
...to backup units. When allies are damaged, their HP will decrease to a minimum of 1. Further damage taken is transferred to Netherwing, but at an increased rate until Netherwing leaves the field.
This dragon has a serious history, you know. With it protecting the team, even death ceases to be inescapable.
Death is not the end, but the beginning of a new life. As Netherwing's other half, Castorice too possesses this power. After obtaining Castorice, or while Castorice is in the current team, if any ally character receives a killing blow, then all characters that received a killing blow in this turn will enter the Moon Cocoon state. While in this state, characters won't be downed immediately and can act once. After taking that action, if they receive healing or have a shield before the start of the next turn, Moon Cocoon is dispelled. If not, the character will be downed immediately. Casters cannot gain new blood while Netherwing is on the field. When an ally other than Netherwing loses HP, Netherwing restores the same amount of HP. After unlocking the trace Contained Dark Tide, Netherwing can also restore HP when other allied targets receive healing. Castorice's skill is enhanced while Netherwing is on the field. She can consume a set ratio of current HP from all allies except Netherwing to launch a joint attack against all enemies alongside Netherwing. This does not consume skill points. When using the Memo Sprite's skill, Claw splits the Veil. Netherwing deals quantum damage to all enemies. When using the Memo Sprite's skill, Breath scorches the Shadow. Netherwing deals quantum damage to all enemies by consuming its own HP equal to a set ratio of its max HP. This ability can be used repeatedly and will become enhanced with each use. Oh, how I wish my Albert mouth cannon could do the same! While Netherwing's current HP is below a certain threshold, using this ability will trigger an effect equivalent to the Memo Sprite's talent, Wings Sweep the Ruins. When Netherwing disappears, it deals multiple instances of quantum damage to a single random enemy, while also restoring HP for all allies.
That dragon's real angry compared to Princess Homebuddy. It blows itself up after spitting on you.
Netherwing will also trigger this effect and disappear after acting for a set number of times or when its HP becomes 0. Then, the battle will exit the territory, Lost Netherland. After locking her technique, Castorice enters the Nethervale state, and enemies cannot actively approach her. While in Nethervale, actively attacking enemies with Castorice will initiate battle with all enemies within a set radius and summon Netherwing. After entering battle, Castorice will consume a set proportion of current HP from all allies and advance Netherwing's action by 100%. If Castorice attacks enemies without using her technique, she regains a set number of new blood instead. Okay, let's sum it up. Wielding Death's authority, Castorice can reap enemies wholesale. Her main damage sources are Netherwing's Draconic Flames and its explosion. Whenever allies are healed or lose HP, Castorice gains new blood towards unleashing her ultimate and summoning Netherwing. Damage dealt by Netherwing is directly related to its current HP. HP lost and gained by allies can all be converted to Netherwing's HP. Teammates with healing powers or those who deal damage by consuming their HP can give Netherwing more damage output.
pero...
It will reap the souls of the living with its scorching breath and world-shattering explosion.
Oh, there are still boneheads who'd rather walk up to Princess Homebody than run, even after all that intro. What do you say about someone looking for Castorice? They're courting death.
You sure are talented with dry jokes. Now, Castorice uses her technique and attacks the enemies in the Netherrealm state to enter battle. Thanks to her technique, Castorice immediately summons Netherwing into battle. Netherwing's action is advanced and is giving enemies no chances. It consumes its HP and blows up all enemies in one breath. Now that's a rare. Wait, no! A second wave of enemies has shown up. And they're not giving our allies a chance to wrap up and go home. Gallagher goes first, using his ultimate to apply Besotted to all enemies. This means allies' attacks will restore HP, and this restored HP grants new Bud for Castorice. Memos fully charged, and they use their Memo Sprite skill to let Castorice immediately take action. Castorice uses her skill, and the consumed ally HP fills up her new Bud gauge. So she uses her ultimate, and Netherwing descends upon the battlefield once more. It didn't even need to explode this time, reducing its enemies to cinders with its breath alone. Then the third wave of enemies arrives. Castorice uses her enhanced skill, dealing damage to enemies while converting the HP consumed by allies into HP for Netherwing. Mem then uses her Memo Sprite skill, allowing Castorice to take action again, and she uses her enhanced skill once more. It's now Netherwing's turn again. The enraged, flaming breaths pour down like the Von Fury, as scorching flames devour all. In the deafening roar of the dragon, all life turns to dust, leaving only a deathly silence. And that's a wrap.
All right. To become strong enough to rival Princess Homebody, the number of feathers you need to lose is...
Wait, you were serious?
Of course. Since the seamstress was interested in your feathers, they must be worth a fortune. What do you say to you getting stronger and, me getting richer?
You! I'm here to put on a show, not sell myself out!
Oh, fine. Can I take something from inside the screen as a souvenir, then?
Sure, take your pick.
Are you sure? Something from inside the screen, right?
Hi, Albert. Never go back on my word.
Nice doing business with you, Mr. Albert. See you later.
Wait, what?
Ok, me gustó. Ok, chicos, vamos a reaccionar a este pequeño videíto de que por aquí. Entonces, vamos a reaccionar un poquito mientras el video...
You once wished to leave behind a snowflake for
La
her.
verdad, el video explicativo de cómo utilizar a Castorice.
But your hands didn't know how to draw the shape of life. Warmth lasts for but a moment, but the cold is endless. Like how your death-worshipping hometown now sleeps soundly in the blizzard of the long night. Like how the ocean, haunted by trickery, stirred up stormy waves. The sky, pierced blind by their lightning spear, spilled blood and tears. The titans who suffocated the world will also eventually enter death's embrace. You don't know why life blossoms. Only because the butterfly of the nether realm has already landed on the surging black tide on the bloodthirsty blade. On your fingertips,
Katrina prácticamente.
So, in the land of death, I dare not look at the garden of life. I fear that promises may be broken after they're made. Tears may follow after a smile, and then an eternal farewell may follow an embrace. It's better to have stayed in place and never had anything at all. Even so, death is not the end.
To walk toward that distant tomorrow, we make a promise. The flame chase journey won't end with my departure.
See you! We'll meet again on the shores of the West Wind.
I gained inspiration from death and should repay it in kind. Golden blood processes on the surface.
Just treat it like a game with Dad.
Come with us. One day, just as we have testified for you, you will be able to testify for yourself.
¿Ustedes se imaginan? O sea,
I wish I could be like all of you and embrace the world before death comes, so that the souls of the world no longer weep and the city bells never cease ringing. Even if it's just once, I want to use these hands to give a wilted flower new life. Even if the snow eventually melts, I hope you will leave behind a snowflake for me.
No te creo. Eso no te lo creo. Como que hay algo aquí sospechoso en Honkai, digo yo. No sé ustedes. Cosas sospechosas, señores. Ok, chicos, este sería el último video que está en el canal de Honkai. Vamos a reaccionarlo mientras el video pasa. Yo hablo con ustedes, bueno, ustedes me escuchan y bueno, ya ustedes saben cómo es la temática, ¿ok?
Funeral 406.
Funeral.
The cabinets are overflowing with the unclaimed possessions of the dead. In the silence, I sift through the memories of the departed, as if they are my own. Funeral 562. I dreamed of a sea of flowers and a racing river coursing through it. Yet, all I can do is ferry the souls of the dead to the other side. Funeral 674. The war rages on, and death surges like a dark wave, chasing all who live. My only choice is to run with all I have, until... Death, once a pair of hands, has also split us in two, never to touch each other again. This journey has been so endless, so senseless, yet even on the cold shore will still be the scent of flowers.
sé, chicos, no sé si sacarla, no sé. De igual forma, cuando llegue entre las 10, 11 de la noche, que es cuando llega el banner, estaremos viendo qué pasa, ¿ok? No se pierdan los videos de mañana. Hoy a la medianoche se va a publicar uno, que creo que es el capítulo siguiente a la historia principal. No se lo pierden, por favor. Comenten, compartan, suscríbanse y activen la campana de YouTube para cuando se suba los videos, o para cuando yo suba videos, YouTube les notifique. ¿Ok? Hasta aquí la reacción a Castorice y que tengan una linda tarde y buen provecho. Se les quiere, chicos. Hasta luego.